boys and girls. Today we have a very special story about a monster and the darkness. Sometimes we're all a little bit scared of something, but this story shows us we don't really need to be. It's called The Monster Who Ate the Darkness by Joyce Dunbar and illustrated by Jimmy Lau. Jojo couldn't sleep. He didn't like the darkness under his bed. He thought a monster might be hiding there. Well, this time there was a teeny tiny speck of a monster, so small he could hardly be seen. But this monster had a big empty feeling inside of him that made him hungry, very hungry indeed. He nibbled at a woolly slipper. Ugh, horrible. He bit into a tin toy car. Ouch! It hurt his gums. Then he saw something interesting inside a box. He peeped through a pinhole in the box and saw that it was full of darkness. He sucked the darkness out of the box, every last bit. Delicious! The monster got quite a lot bigger, but he was still hungry. So he ate all the darkness in the cupboard and all the darkness hiding behind the folds of the curtains. The monster got bigger and bigger, but he was still hungry. So he slipped out of Jojo's house and went looking in all the other houses for more darkness to eat. He found darkness in the cellars and attics and chimneys. He ate it all up. Then he licked it quite clean. He found new and exciting ways to eat the darkness. He liked darkness as spreads on toast. He liked darkness sandwiches. He especially liked the darkness soup, which he made out of the darkness at the bottom of wells, and darkness stew, which he made out of the darkness in ditches. Then he found rabbit holes. He ate all the darkness in there, and foxholes, a real delicacy. And then he found the darkness in caves. There was so much of it, but he scooped the caves out and scraped them clean. And he was still hungry, so he ate all the darkness he could find in the dark, dark forests. And all the darkness at the bottom of deep volcanoes. And though the monster got bigger and bigger, he was still hungry. He was afraid that he'd eaten all of the darkness there was. Then he saw the night coming. I'm sorry to say, he ate all the darkness of the night. He ate it all the way to the moon, which no longer shone in the sky. He ate all around the stars, which no longer twinkled. Now there was no more darkness. There was no dawn and no dusk. There were no shadows and hardly any dreams. There was only the light, the stark, staring light. The monster sat on a lonely planet, feeling very sad that there was no more darkness for him to eat. He looked at the earth. The earth looked very sad too, even though it was shining very bright. You see, without the dark, the owls didn't wake up at night. They slept so long and so soundly that they kept falling out of treetops. Fireflies didn't bother to go out because they couldn't be seen. Cats' eyes no longer twinkled, and they'd lost a lot of their glamour. Hedgehogs went stumbling about blindly in the nightlight and kept bumping into each other. Foxes crashed into boulders. Bats hung the right way up instead of upside down. And bears were equally upset and confused. Oh, look at that poor big monster. He doesn't look happy at all. Then the monster heard from far, far away a strange sound. It was a little boy called Jojo crying. He was crying because he couldn't get to sleep. Why couldn't he sleep? Because there was too much light. Even though the monster was so big and so full of darkness, he could squeeze into the smallest places. He could slide through cracks in windows and seep through pinholes in boxes. So he crept back into Jojo's room, and he saw the little boy crying for his mom, who didn't hear him because she was huddled under the bedclothes, trying to find some dark herself. Cat got a bit of a fright. Then the monster did something amazing. He picked up the little boy in his great dark arms, which were very soft and not even a bit hairy, and he rocked him as if he were a cradle, and he hummed a darkness lullaby. Soon Jojo was asleep, and so was the monster. He wasn't hungry anymore. He just didn't have that big empty feeling inside him. Instead, he snoozed and snoozed with the little boy snake in his arms. And as he snoozed, all the darkness oozed out of him. It went right back to where it belonged. It oozed and it oozed until the monster was no more than a tiny speck again. This time, a small, happy speck, fast asleep in the arms of a little boy who wasn't so scared anymore.